Hello. Hi friends. We're back to addressing weird comments again. For the most part, weird comments come and go, but there's this one particular guy. He's been coming and going with just the right words to get under my skin. Not because it hurts, but it's just so clear that some people don't want to understand. I just wonder what made this person this way. Again, I feel like if we never address the issue, then I'm part of the problem, and Misty doesn't like being part of the problem, so here we are again. There's a reason why the phrase "I hate men" linger, and I hope this video can help people that want to understand it just a little better. Let's talk about it. The phrase "I hate men," why women say it, why it makes people mad, and what's actually underneath. Because to be fair, yeah, it's not a nice thing to say, and it's technically not fair either, but neither is the male-oriented society that women grow up in. Yes, I understand the phrase "I hate men" isn't fair. It's not true. It's not universal. There are good, kind, thoughtful men. I've met plenty, and I know most of you aren't trying. So no, it's not you. But if hearing that sentence makes you feel angry or defensive, maybe ask yourself why. Why does it feel so personal? Because for a lot of women, that phrase, it's not about hatred. It's not literal. For many women, it's a sigh. It's saying, "I'm exhausted." And if a woman in your life says it, maybe don't debate it. Instead, ask why. What happened? It might help you understand her better in turn. In this digitized world, it can feel like everybody wants so much. Dating apps are exhausting for everyone, honestly. And I'm pretty sure only a small percentage of men are actually enjoying them. Also, maybe don't lead with that fish photo. But here's the thing, if you just slow down, if you talk to her in person, if you listened a little more, you'll find that women aren't actually asking for much. When a woman says, "I hate men," what we really mean is, I'm tired of feeling like nothing I ever say is enough. I'm tired of being told I should smile more, speak softer, be grateful. I'm tired of trying to be successful, stable, kind, and still somehow pleasant. I'm tired of trying to get my life together where society tells me I'm running out of time. And yes, I know men feel lost too. I know life is hard for everyone, but let's not pretend it's the same. Because when a man turns 30, he's just getting started. When a woman turns 30, they say she's too late. Too late to fall in love, too late to have kids, too late to change her mind. So what happens? We start choosing career or love, independence or companionship. Because doing both, it's not just hard, it's punished. Here's a comment I got recently just for an example. I don't really like calling people out, but I'm gonna read this one in particular word for word because I think it paints a good picture. It says, "Bruh, you're an attractive Asian female born in a wealthy family, literally spelled wrong, riding life in easy mode, yet still failing. Learn to be more pleasant and get yourself a husband. I bet you're literally swimming in demands. Probably your standards are just so high, that's why. Typical Delulu girl who wants 6 foot tall, 6 figure, 6-pack or something. Get real. Go work at the restaurant or learn a trade. Do something actually useful," all caps. "Stop thinking too much, that's a typo, I hope. Find a sport, hobby," where's the commas? "Go out and talk to people, real people, not ultra far leftist college educated." The period goes inside of the get a real perspective on life. He clearly doesn't know me and he doesn't care to know, but that's the tone. That's why women say what we say. And let's just address some things. The last guy I liked, he was 5'7", did not have 6 figures, did not have a 6-pack, treated me like shit sometimes, and I still really like the guy. Anyways, that's that. Let's just be clear. I don't think I'm failing. I think I deserve more because I have earned more. I speak Mandarin, Fujianese, English fluently. I graduated magna cum laude, double major, double minor. I won language fellowships, national scholarships, and writing awards. I started working at the cash register at the age of 10. I have more than enough customer service experience to fill up an entire resume, aside from my academic one. I have more hobbies than you can count. I did probably every sport you can imagine in high school. Wasn't particularly good at it, but I have tried. I have so so many amazing friends from all different backgrounds that keep me seeking. So no, I don't think I'm lacking. The fact that I'm still told to humble myself and to lower my standards and to get real just proves how much harder women have to work to be taken seriously. Just a reminder, my parents aren't rich. They just worked really hard and it's their money, not mine. I actually don't even live at home for free. I do contribute, not much, but I still contribute. And just a reminder that for every guy that calls me attractive, there's also another that deems me unworthy, tells me I'm ugly, a little far too often. That aside, I'm not pleasant to people that don't treat me well. I don't think that's a flaw. More men want to sleep with me than date me. I don't know how that's my fault. If you think women have impossible standards, maybe ask why. Because most women I know just wants to be heard, seen, understood. Not even agreed with, just considered. Let's break down some double standards we deal with. Women are expected to be independent, but not intimidating. Smart, but not too smart. Ambitious, but still nurturing. Financially stable, but still want to be taken care of. Pretty enough, but not too much because that drives too much attention. Confident, but don't be arrogant. Have standards, but don't be delusional. Speak up, but never too much. Meanwhile, a high-value man is being praised for being employed, emotionally available, educated, kind, decent-looking, barely self-aware. And the truth is, a so-called high-value man is really just an average woman. And somehow women are still being told we're asking for too much. So eventually we stop explaining. We stop listing all the contradictions. We just say, I hate men. Not because we mean it, but because it's exhausting. Having to defend ourselves for wanting the same level of effort we're already putting in. Not hate, it's a shorthand for all the contradictions. This is another thing that my friend also just talked to me about, that hate stems from fear. It might be a part of that because every time I go on a date, I think about like, hey, could I end up in a body bag tomorrow? You know, it's in the back of my mind because intimate partner violence is real regardless of gender. But here's some numbers if you guys care. 34% of female murder victims were killed by an intimate partner. That's 5 times higher than male victims. So like when women say I hate men, sometimes it's just defense, you know? Unfortunately, I'm not here to give you statistics because I find that people who don't want to listen don't really care about the numbers anyways. But if you guys care, you guys can definitely do the Googling. I will attach some articles and stuff that I think are interesting. But overall, studies constantly show that single women report higher life satisfaction than married women, while married men often report the highest well-being. It just goes to show that women are often more happy and more financially stable alone, and men on average benefit more from marriage emotionally and financially. We live in a world that rewards men for getting married, not so much women. So I don't hate men. I also don't think women hate men per se, because clearly we still give you guys chances, so. Anyways, that was my rant for today. I just want to say, like, it's not a fun time for anyone in this dating scene, so just hang in there. Again, like, I do think we lack a third space for people to really, like, get to know people like genuinely. It's hard to get to know people and then get off the dating apps too. It's just like, it's weird. I don't know. It's like a very superficial way to even like filter out people. I think I've been on my fair share of Hinge dates. Can't say I had the best experience on there, but there are times where you like go and meet the guy and all he talks about is himself. And at the end of the day, he thinks it's a great day, but I don't know. I just think out of courtesy, like I was still trying to make conversation and be there, but I don't know. I think there are certain things that you guys can do. Like again, it's hard, I get it. My observations, my guy friends that have a easier time dating, they definitely aren't afraid of rejection. I find it funny, every time I go on the internet and claim that I'm gonna die alone, a lot of men care, which is really funny because it's like, it's my life. I do get it, like my mom, she feels like, you know, her kids are great and whatever, like she feels like the process she really benefited from the process. But I think there's a right time to do, yes, in a sense, yes, my biological clock is ticking. So if I really wanted to start a family, I think, you know, I would have to start looking soon. But I think for me, it's like, if I end up with someone, I end up with someone and, you know, hopefully I, you know, get married, blah, blah, blah. If I don't end up with someone, I think that's okay too. My time is up for that particular thing in life, I'm okay without it. I think a lot of women also have come to this conclusion of want to date people that are worth our time. I find that a lot of my girlfriends, like, we spend a lot of time just like doing a lot of different things, a lot of different activities, and I don't know, we make time for each other. And I just see so many hardworking women. I'm not saying like men aren't hardworking, it's just like there's a contrast. It's like my girlfriends will show up for me anytime I need. Like, I'm telling you, like, if you're going through a bad breakup, like, my girlfriends will be there for me, you know, or like whatever. I think also like societal expectations with men and stuff, it's just different. Again, like, we're comparing apples to oranges. It's just different. I don't know how else to explain it. The feeling of like even like having ambitions and everybody literally putting your ambitions aside and they literally don't care about, you know, your ambitions, and there's like, who are you marrying? I don't know. It's a feeling that I'm not okay with, and I don't think a lot of women are okay with, because like, we're not born to be so-and-so's wife or whatever, you know? We're born with thoughts and we're born with ambitions. I think there's so much life in every woman aside from the family unit. I just wanted to come on here and talk about this one topic because I had a few of my guy friends actually like come talk to me about it, and I think it's kind of interesting. Yeah, I just want to let you guys know, like, we don't hate you, but sometimes it's like, do better, please. And like, a lot of times when my girlfriends come to me and say like, I hate men, like, your first reaction isn't to be like, oh, that's not, you ask like, why, what happened, and it's usually that one particular guy who did something stupid on that date. But then it's like, you kind of check off the boxes. There's a particular group of men that are making it look bad for the rest of you guys. So like, it's like not your fault, it's nothing we can do, but like, I don't know, I just feel like, you know, we can all do better, you know, do better, let's all do better. I don't know, I'll ponder a little more. I hope this kind of explains where I'm coming from. If that doesn't make sense, then I tried. I don't know, I just think that this particular topic needed to be talked about, so that's why I'm here. Yeah, you know my views. I do think, like, if you look at the numbers and stuff, women actually swing more liberal while men swing more conservative, and I think that's really interesting. I think that also divides us a little because like, values are important. I think like we can definitely start talking to one another, you know, but you know, there are some men that really make me not want to talk to men sometimes, you know. So if a girl says something along the lines of, I hate men, please don't get offended because you're probably not one of them, you know. But like, also, if you're getting offended, please start thinking about like, why are you feeling offended? Because it shouldn't offend you if it doesn't apply to you, you know. And if you don't like hearing it, you can speak up and tell people like, hey, like, I don't think I'm a bad person, and can you please stop saying that in front of me? But also follow up with, but like, I'm willing to listen, and like, whatever happened, you know, you can definitely start the conversation, because usually when a girl says I hate men, something happened, someone did something. Okay, that is all. Yeah, that was it. I just like to talk. There's not anything else entertaining in my life other than the fact I spew a lot of crazy things and I like to argue with people online. Let's stop dropping weird comments in my comment section. This one guy, I think I've replied very nicely. I don't really fight people, okay? I think like having a discussion is okay. Just don't attack me personally. Yeah, just like stop dropping weird comments, thank you. But also, if I feel like it's applicable somewhere else, or like topics that kind of get me thinking, I'm still gonna come on here and rant about it. I mean, I guess this is like the third video about me complaining about a comment. I think for the most part do my best to like understand and see it from the other side, but there are some things that I'm like, you cannot change my mind about certain things, especially about like being a woman, because I am a woman. Okay, like I'll hear it from the other side, but also it's my life, thank you. Like, why do you have so much to say and you don't even know me? Like, 有没有气死，就是有一点生气，就是 who are you even? I think I do my best with opinions, and I value the opinions of people that really care for me, but like, clearly there's some people that just like, I don't know, I just feel like, do you really have nothing to do but to like tell someone else to get a life? If you don't like to watch me talk, please go. So bye, 就这样。I'm only here to share my views. I appreciate the people that like listening to me, you know? If you don't, then like, I'm not forcing you to stay. I feel like I always end up trying to end with hopefully I don't rant about this again, and I usually do, so like we'll probably talk about this topic again, it seems, because I feel like there's just like so many different opinions about it, and it's just like there's a lot of different aspects you can start to break down from it. And also I feel like low-key, like a lot of my videos kind of talk about the dating scene because I'm always crying on the internet and it's usually about something stupid. Hope you guys are having a great day. I hope this explains just a little bit. If not, well, I tried. 谢谢你，谢谢你，bye bye.